Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Today we are going to be reviewing the Mainstay 3600 calorie emergency food ration. Alright, now this is expired. These are supposed to be good for 5 years and it is expired by about 3 months. Alright, so we are going to see what it's like after it expired. Alright, so we'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Like I said in the intro, today we are going to be reviewing this Mainstay 3600 calorie emergency food ration. All right. Now, this is a ready-to-eat meal bar that comes with a 5-year shelf life. Okay, and it's supposed to be made to handle temperatures and any kind of weather that you come across. This bar I purchased a little over 5 years ago, and it's been in my get home bag ever since the day I purchased it, or the day after I purchased it, meaning that it's been through extreme temperatures because it's been inside my car. And you all know that even if it's only 70 degrees or 75 degrees outside, the inside of a car, even in that kind of weather, which is not really that hot, still gets a lot hotter. So I am very interested to see how this has stood up over all those years and over all of the temperature variations, because not only has it been through hot weather or hot temperatures inside of a vehicle, but it's also been through weather that was upwards of -40, -45 degrees. Okay, so I decided to get one of these because they don't take up a lot of room. They provide you with a lot of calories, and about, I want to say probably about half of the calories are from fat, which is something that is really good to have in an emergency, especially if you're stuck somewhere in the middle of winter. All right, nice amount of fat will get you through a little bit of cold weather because it allows to heat your body. It allows to provide your body enough energy to keep it warm. Okay, I'm not sure if you've ever seen any videos or read or seen any documentaries on like the Native Alaskans. I think they're called Inuits. You'll see them dipping their food in seal blubber or in seal fat. They take the seal after they kill them and they render the fat from their blubber, and that's part of their main food, or part of their main diet is they take their foods and they dip it into the seal fat or the rendered fat, and they eat it. And that's something that they do in order to get energy, especially during the winter time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read the contents. I'm going to read this part right here. You probably can't see it. Then I'm going to go through the nutritional information with you guys. I'm going to show you the expiration date on the back because it is visibly printed on the back. And then I'm going to open this up and see how it has stood up over time. Okay, and it says there, each 24-ounce packet contains 9 400-calorie food bars, providing a total of 3,600 calories for marine-based environments. All right, so this packet is made to be waterproof. All right, for land-based environments, the recommended consumption is 3 bars per person per day, equal to 1,200 calories. So this right here, if you follow the instructions, will last you 3 days. And I think that the average person can live on 3,600 calories for 3 days. Is more than likely a lot less of what you require on a daily basis now, or of what you intake on a daily basis now, but it is enough to give you enough energy to hopefully get home. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the oh, I have my little radio there. Let me show you guys my little crank radio. I think I reviewed this little crank radio a while back. And you know what? I have to put this in my Amazon storefront because this is actually a pretty decent little radio. And I think I showed it off to you guys when I was doing my review for the Goal Zero 250 torch. And it's not a bad little radio. The one thing that I would like to see with these little radios is that they give it a sturdier crank mechanism. because I've broken a couple of these, maybe not the exact same brand, but I've broken a couple of these trying to spin it a little too hard. But it's a nice little radio actually, and it does work. It doesn't take a whole bunch of spinning to get some light out of it. And I remember, I think I reviewed this a while back, a pretty good long time ago. And I think it was like 4,500 cranks to charge it, something like that. But anyways, I digress. Let me get that thing out of the way. I'm using it as a little stand so I can actually see. So you know what, actually, there you go. Let me go ahead and put this like this. You guys aren't going to be able to read this off of there. I'm going to try to find this. I do believe that I got this off of Amazon. I don't know if they still sell it or not, but if they do, I will put this on my Amazon storefront. Only if it has stood the test of time, all right? Because it hasn't been expired that long, past 5 years. And they're made to last at least 5 years. And as you can see, I've got my my little tool here to help me read a little better. All right, so it says here, you guys already know that each bar, it comes with 9 bars. Each bar is equivalent to 400 calories. Of those 400 calories, there's going to be 23 grams of fat, which is really a lot. For those of you that don't know how to convert grams of fat, protein, or carbohydrates into calories, for every gram of fat, you're looking at 9 calories. So if we were to look at 23 grams of fat, that would be 207 calories, and they usually round it up. So let's see. So it says fat calories is 210. All right. And then if you're looking at carbohydrates, sugars, or protein, you multiply the number of grams of carbohydrates or sugars times 4. All right. And that'll give you the number of calories worth of that specific component. So it says here it's got total carbohydrates 46 grams. So you would be looking at about 184 calories worth of carbohydrates. Same thing with the protein. You're looking at 4 calories for every gram of protein. So there's 12 calories worth of protein, just in case you guys didn't know that. Okay, so it says here that vitamin A, it gives you 50% of the daily requirements. Vitamin C, it gives you 60%. Calcium gives you 50%. Iron gives you 10%. Thiamine, 15%. Riboflavin, I think that's a vitamin B complex, but I could be wrong. But it's riboflavin, 25%. Vitamin D, 50%. Niacin, 30%. Vitamin E, 25%. Folic acid, 35%. Vitamin B12, 20%. Phosphorus, 40%. Magnesium, 30%. And pantothenic, I think I'm pronouncing that right, pantothenic acid, 100%. I have no idea what pantothenic acid is. If you guys want to leave it in the comments for any of you that know and let us know what it does for us, that would be appreciated. All right. So the recommended amount is 2 bars per day. So if you take 2 of these bars per day, you might as well multiply the vitamin content or mineral content that you're receiving by 2. So you're getting vitamin A 100%, vitamin C 100%. Let's see, about 20% of the calcium needed. All right. So yeah, so this is a pretty nutritious bar. The question is though, how is it going to taste, and is it at all palatable? I mean, there's a question whether it'll keep you alive. Obviously, the nutrition in it looks like it will keep you alive, but will you be able to eat it? We're going to find that out today. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Enriched flour with added vitamin A, B, B1, B2, vitamin D, E, B6, B12, niacin, iron, folic acid, pretty much all of the vitamins that we went through over there. It says it has vegetable shortening, which is partially hydrogenated, which is really not good for you. And let's take a look at the saturated fats. It says it's got 7 grams of saturated fat, so that's not terrible. All right. It has soybean and or cottonseed oils, granulated sugar, cornstarch, corn syrup, natural lemon flavor, artificial butter flavor, artificial vanilla flavor. Oh my goodness. Yellow number 5, red number 40. I don't understand why they add these artificial colors to these bars when they're supposed to be survival bars, right? Like if you were in a survival situation, would you care if it was, of a certain color or not? I mean, I personally wouldn't, and I would rather not have these artificial colorings in there. However, this is a survival bar, and if you did have to eat one of these because you were in survival mode, then you probably wouldn't care, right? Because you would care about ingesting the nutrients that would keep you alive, all right? And then it says it's got vitamin C, and that's about it. Okay, now here is, you're not going to be able to see the expiration date here because it's pretty light. You won't be able to see it. I can barely see it. But the expiration date on this was April of 19. So it expired 2 months ago, not 3 months ago. So it's been expired for 2 months, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, let me go get a knife or a pair of scissors so we can open this up, and then we're going to give it a taste test. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And like I said, I got a pair of scissors here, and we'll go ahead and give it a taste test. Now, something I did not cover with this was price. Now, I bought this more than 5 years ago. So I want to say that I remember paying less than $10 for one of these. It was probably closer to the range of like $6 or $7. It wasn't very expensive, all right, but that was 5 years ago. I haven't looked up to see what the price on these are today, but I am assuming that it's probably a little more expensive than what I paid for it 5 years ago. And I do remember pretty well that it was probably in the $5, $6, $7 range. All right. I'm pretty senile, but most of my memory problems are with short term and not long term. I can actually remember things that happened years ago a lot better than I can remember things that happened yesterday. So let's go ahead and open this up, and then we're going to give it a taste test to see if this thing, number one, has stood the test of time as far as the quality, and number two, to see if it's even palatable and see if it's even something that you may want to consider having in your vehicle, since it can withstand these high and low temperature variances. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh, first, let's see without using scissors first. Let's see if it's easy to open without using scissors. Well, not like that. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't even need scissors. It looks like it will tear pretty easily from the side. And as you can see, before I open it, this has held up pretty well. You can see that it's still sucked in really well, right? I don't feel an oxygen absorber in there, but it seems that if not all, just about all of the air has been evacuated from there, right? So they did a very good job sealing this. Now, let me mention something really quick. I want to give credit where credit is due. The reason I remember that I had this in my Get Home bag is because I was watching Central Florida Prepper's channel today. I was watching a video where he was reviewing one that was not this exact same one, but a similar one that he purchased from Walmart. And when he got home, he noticed that the seal had been broken on it. And when he tried to return it, they would not accept it back. So he went ahead and did a video and cracked one open to show what it looked like. Okay, so props to Central Florida Prepper. If you guys want to go check out his channel, I'll go ahead and leave a card. It should be somewhere around there. All right, I'll go ahead and leave a card of his channel if you guys want to go check it out. If you guys like his content, support him and subscribe to his channel and show him some love. All right, so thank you very much for the idea, Central Florida Prepper. Just to let you guys know, I checked with him before I did this video to make sure it was all right with him that I piggyback off of one of the videos that he posted, all right? Because I'm not the kind of guy that goes around YouTube looking at different prepper channel videos and then say, oh, that's a good idea, let me go ahead and do a video about that. You know, if you create your content, then that's your content as far as I'm concerned, all right? And if I do want to do something with it, I'll definitely show you the respect to ask permission before I do it. There has been a couple instances where I uploaded a video and like right after it published, I saw that someone else had something similar to that. And I was like, well, in all honesty, I had no idea that you had just published that video 3 hours before mine. But that's how it works in the YouTube world, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and open this up. One thing right away, let me show you something. One thing that I don't like right away is that this is supposed to be a 3-day packet, but it doesn't look like it comes with a bag that you can reseal. It would have been nice if the tear off was somewhere up here, and that there was some kind of a ziplock attachment somewhere in here, so that you can reclose it or reseal it after you opened it. But anyways, let's take a look. I'm just going to open the whole thing because, like I said, it can't really reseal it. Oh, wow. Look at that. That just looks like a big old bar of lard. I need to get a paper towel just to make sure. Let's see. Actually, let me get another paper towel, and we can put it on the paper towel. It actually looks like it's in very good shape. It broke off right there. And there's another bar right here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and discard this right here. And then take a look at it, see how it looks, and see how it smells. Well, it looks like the bars are coming apart pretty easily, but the color is as it should be. It doesn't look like it has oxidized in any way. Let me go ahead and give it the smell test. Okay. And I kind of like that the bars fall apart really easily. See that? They fall apart really easy. And it may not seem like a big deal, right? But picture this. And this may not, you may not ever run into this where you live. It kind of looks like cornbread, doesn't it? So picture this. I'm in Alaska, right? Let's say it's negative 30 degrees outside, right? And I'm starting to get really cold and hungry, and I want to eat one of these. Do I really want to spend a lot of time trying to break this up? Or do I want something that's going to go ahead and just break up really easily? See how easy that breaks up? You know, it's nice to just be able to grab a piece and it breaks right up instead of having to fight with it. And that tells me that it's not going to be rock solid. So let's go ahead and give it a smell test. It smells a little lemony. So I have a feeling that this is lemon flavored, and I do think that the package said that it had some kind of lemon flavoring in it. Okay, let me smell another piece. It smells fine, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing I can smell in that is a little bit of lemon flavor. Okay, so let me go ahead and be back. I'm going to grab a knife. I'm going to cut a little bit of this piece. I'm definitely not going to eat a whole thing because I just ate dinner. And I do have a sweet tooth, so hopefully this is a little bit sweet, and it'll take care of my sweet tooth for this evening. All right, so we'll be right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And as you can see, I cut this one right here into 4 pieces. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to show you something, right? You see this? This is 100 calories. So there is a lot of calories packed into, just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Dog, what's the matter? What's wrong, girl? Dog is whining because her mom's not here. So, like I said, that's a lot of calories to pack into this little cube. This is probably about a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch cube. All right, so now here we go. Let's give this a try. I'll be chewing here for about the next 30 seconds. It's definitely not spoiled. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. All right, so the other one that I have another one in my wife's truck. I'm going to leave that one in there and not open it. This is absolutely not spoiled, even though it's after the expiration date. As far as it being palatable, all right, it doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't taste good. You know, it's very, very neutral with the exception of a hint of lemon. Okay, so this is definitely not something that is going to satisfy your taste buds. However, that is not what these were intended for. Okay, these were intended to provide you with nutrition in a pinch, all right? And to provide you with nutrition that you can comfortably leave in your vehicle and keep in extreme weather, be it cold or hot, and still be good for you to use when you need it. All right, so I want to say that I highly recommend this. And like I said, I don't even know Amazon sells these. I'm pretty sure they do because Amazon sells pretty much everything. But these are going to do the job that you needed to do. There is absolutely no frills about this at all. They're not sweet. There's a very, very slight sweetness to it. All right. And a very slight lemony taste to it. Okay. This is not something that I would open up and try out on a regular basis for a treat. Okay, like for example, Mountain House has those freeze-dried ice creams, right? Every once in a while, I'll take one of those out and say, hey, little Miss Alaska Prepper, do you want to have some ice cream? And she says, yeah, of course, you know. And then I give her one of those, and she's like, what's this? I'm like, it's freeze-dried. It's dry ice cream. Try it. And, you know, we have a little bit of fun with it. And that was the first time. I'm sure by now she knows what it is. But that's not what you would do with this, all right? This is not a novelty item, all right? I would call the freeze-dried ice cream more of a novelty item than a survival food. This is the opposite of that. This is strictly a survival food that is going to keep you energized so that you can get whatever job you need to get done, be it get home or whatever else it is that you need to do. All right? So, but remember now, you're looking at 3 days worth of food right there. Okay, so it is an extremely compact, nutritionally based block of flour, sugar, and flavorings. All right, but it doesn't taste bad and it doesn't taste great, but you should be able to eat it because it doesn't taste terrible. Like I said, it just has a little bit of a lemony taste with a very slight sweetness to it. All right, so it's definitely palatable enough for you to eat. And, you know, I'm very surprised that with as much fat that there is in this bar, there is not a thick film of fat on the roof of my mouth. Usually, whenever you eat a saturated fat, it'll leave a thick film of fat, like in the roof of your mouth, and you have to work at it to get it to go away. And that thick film of fat is what leaves a residual taste in your mouth. And this doesn't do that. So they did a pretty good job in being able to put all that fat in there and having it still be palatable and having it not leave a bad aftertaste, because it doesn't really leave an aftertaste at all. Right now, I cannot even taste that anymore in my mouth. After I ate it, 2 minutes ago, I think I ate that piece. All right, so I'm going to give this a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have anything else similar to this to compare it to because this is the first time I've ever tried this, but I'm going to give this a thumbs up, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and order me another pack, maybe 2, to keep in my vehicle. I obviously have to replace this one, and I'll have to see how Dog likes this. Maybe she'll like this good enough for me to give her a treat, a piece every day or so, because I'm definitely not going to eat this to enjoy it. All right, this is not something that you're going to eat because you enjoy eating it. All right, it's something that you're going to eat because you need to have the nutrition. All right, and Dog won't eat anything. All right, so I'm sure that she'll enjoy this, and there's nothing in here that really would harm her. Okay, so that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you enjoyed this review. And if you don't have one of these in your cars, I would recommend, well, I'm not a professional in anything, so I'm not going to recommend anything. If I didn't have one of these in my car, in my truck, which I don't now, I am definitely going to go buy another one, because I think that having this in my vehicle is a very good form of insurance in case I get stuck somewhere for a day and not knowing whether I'm going to be rescued or not. All right. So we'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining in today. Truly appreciate you guys stopping by. Remember that if you want to support the channel, take a look at the links in the description. Take a look at the links in the pinned comment that I always leave. And please give it a like. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. This is an awesome community. All right, I'll leave it at that. You'll have to find out the rest for yourself. But if you do subscribe and you spend some time here, you'll know that this is an awesome community. All right, share this with somebody that you love. This would be a great icebreaker. Give one of these to a friend of yours or a family member who's not a prepper that doesn't have one, obviously. Say, hey, keep this in your car. Look what it'll do. You know, it'll provide you nutrition in case you ever get stuck somewhere. This would be a great icebreaker, a great thing to give away as a gift to someone that doesn't have one. And it could be a great introduction into the world of prepping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, because you know and I know that the more people that are prepared, the better it's going to be for you and the better it's going to be for me. Having said that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. Survival bar? Here, you want to survive? Okay, sit. Give me your paw. Good girl. Lay down. Lay down. Up. Good girl. Here you go. Hey, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Dog thinks it's a hit. Did you like that? Yeah, she said yes.